Hello everyone, Joban here. Today I have for you a Swiss lock from M&C company, the model Color. Um, it's a cool dimple lock with 6 pins and additional security of a sidebar which interacts with 5 spring-loaded sliders. The sidebar and slider are located uh, at the top of the core, and each slider has a force gate. Um, to be honest, I only found out about the existence of the force gates in the sliders while gutting, as I didn't felt um, they were present at all while picking this lock. Sliders behave a bit like tapered pins, meaning that it's not enough to set the slider once and it's okay. Each slider has to be correct several times. Uh, main 6 pins are located on the bottom of the keyway as usual, and they are pretty easy to set. Tolerances in this lock are average, so when you picking the main stacks, you will have to check each driver pin and each key pin during picking, because they like to drop. Okay, so let's see the internals and let's talk some few words about them. Okay, we can see the guts from the M&C Color. I just mentioned that tolerances on this lock are average, and basically the cool ideas for creating a well secured lock were birthed in production. Let's see the key pins. They are all standard and basically um, have nothing special. To say something about them, the driver pins are interesting because they have a spooled part in here. But as I mentioned, the tolerances are average, and this security doesn't work as it should works. Here we have another driver pins. First 2 key pins and first 2 drivers are made from steel, rest are from the brass. So this is the anti-dribble protection on this lock. Here we have the core. Pins are in 2 rows, but to be honest, during picking I didn't feel this. Here we have chambers from sliders and the slider groove. Alright, yeah, and sliders. Each of them has a false gate and true gate. Here you can see on the bottom we have the false gate, on the top we have sorry, on the bottom we have a true gate, and on the top we have a false gate. Each of them has a false gate and a true gate, but as I said, I didn't feel the effectiveness of this protection at all. I think this became from really average tolerances. Here you can see another slider with true gate and the false gate. Sidebar is just piece of metal. It is rounded, so it's quite easy to force each slider on them. And yeah, when setting the sliders, you need to look for the one that is the most binding and move it to the right several times until you feel a slight movement on the tensioner, and the slider when testing will when testing with a peak will make a ticking sound. I will show you that during picking. Then we know that slider is set. Something like a jiggle test. Okay, so let's check the key. On the key we have cuts from the pins, number 6, 5, 4, 3, 2 and 1, and here we have the laser cut, some groove for sliders. So slider number 1 and number 5 are in the max cut. Slider number 3 is almost zero cut. Number 2 and number 4 are in the middle. So each slider we have to move onto the right side. 1, 2, 3, 4 and 5 several times, and lock will be open. When we pick all the pins, we will have to we will get to the slightly core movement. Then we will be know that main stacks are set, are picked, and we can go on to the sliders, to the second blocking mechanism. Okay, I think that will be all from internals, so let's pick this lock. Okay, M&C Color. Working good, so let's pick this lock. Counterclockwise tension, and let's find some binding pins. Number 1 is binding. Number 2 is loose. Number 3 is loose. Number 4 is binding. 2, number 3, number 2, number 3, number 5, and number 6. Number 6 and some was dropped. Three was dropped. Okay, let's check. Number 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. Are set. All pins are springy, so let's try to pick the sidebar. So sliders. Number 5 is binding, so we can slide him on the right side. Now number 1 to the right, number 2, 3, no, number 4. Again, correct on the 5. 4 is good, 3 is good. Okay, 1 is okay, second is good, third, 4, correct on 5, correct on 2, first is good, third, second and third is good, 4 is good, and 5, and we have an open. Okay. So let's get this look. Okay, we have pins, sidebar, 3, 4, 5 and 6. Now sliders. Some springs was fell into the floor. Two of them are on the floor. Somewhere I have to find them, but we will get this lock. Here we have some anti-drill protection. Okay. All right. We have picked and gutted M&C Color. I hope you enjoyed this video. Thank you for watching. Stay safe and be good. Cheers.